Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Sorry for basically clogging up your feed yesterday. There was a lot going on, obviously, because we had the episode come out, the next time trailer. It was all craziness. All of my links to all of that, I'll leave cards in the corner if you haven't seen all of that already. But we've had a new piece of information about the upcoming Centenary special, which we got the teaser for last night. But before we get into it, you knew I was going to do it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We're heading towards 11,300 and I'd like to get there as soon as possible. Also, go follow me on Twitter. If you haven't already, I post on there pretty regularly and I have a podcast, Wild Endeavour, which I'd love for you all to check out. But with that said, let's get into the video. So essentially, there's been some speculation as to what the date of the Centenary actually is, because the trailer didn't reveal a date nor a title, it just revealed the contents, or at least some of the contents, that will be featured in the Centenary special. And a lot of people speculated it would be October, as that is actually when the BBC was founded. However, Doctor Who costume designer Ray Holman, he confirmed on what I believe to be his Facebook, that, quote, "The initial trailer for the last episode of Doctor Who that I designed is brief, but full of lovely people. My final design for Who," so he's also leaving, the costume designer, "but you will have to wait until November." Now, November's interesting because obviously it goes against what a lot of people were speculating. It's in fact 1 month later than what we thought, which isn't a massive difference, but considering the fact that when people were saying October, that was a 6-month wait, we now have a 7-month wait between Legends of the Sea Devils, which just aired, and the Centenary, which feels awfully long. And listen, I'm nervous for the Centenary, but it does feel like there's just a massive gap, and it does kind of feel like Doctor Who is kind of barely on these days. I understand why this is the case, of course, with COVID and stuff, and with, them making a series of specials, but at the same time, I can't help but feel, how, frustrating it'll be as a kid, getting one episode, every few months for, a year. A year's a long time to a kid. So I just hope that if this is true, which, seeing as it's coming from the actual costume designer, I can't see it being false. It would be a weird thing for him to lie about. And I can't see him, being given wrong information, because why would you tell the costume designer the wrong date? Unless they're deliberately misdirecting people. I doubt it, though. It's a very weird thing to deliberately misdirect people about if they are. But if the wait is that long, which is looking likely that it is, then I really hope we get some substantial RTD stuff in the coming weeks and months. Obviously, I did a video just yesterday talking about how basically it's kind of been confirmed by the BBC that we will get a 14th Doctor reveal in the coming weeks, which is very exciting. I hope that we get some other things, even if it's just some officially released filming pictures, and or, other casting announcements, updates from Russell himself would suffice. Just stuff to keep that Doctor Who hype going, really. Because this is the last episode of Jodie's era. They've basically run out of things to hype up on that end at this point. Obviously, it's too early to give us more information on the Centenary because we've just seen the Centenary for the first time, and it's 7 months away if this is to be believed. So RTD, theoretically, his era, news on that era, should be able to fill the gap while the fans are waiting for the Centenary. That's just what my hope is anyway. I don't know whether that's their plan. I'd hope so. Because there's no argument now that RTD news would overshadow Jodie, because there's a 7-month gap between the two episodes. Do you really want a full 7 months of just no news on anything other than, well, I know Big Finish and the expanded media will do stuff, but in terms of the TV show, I'd much rather have news on the next era, and it's not even a risk that it would overshadow Jodie, because it wouldn't, because the gap's so long. But I'd rather have that content there throughout the rest of the year than nothing at all. I feel like that's just what everyone would think, at least I'd assume. But let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Comment down below your thoughts on both the Centenary teaser and Legends of the Sea Devils if you haven't seen my reactions already. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you later. Okay, so apparently I saw on Twitter that he said in the replies to another tweet that he was just guessing about the broadcast date and he doesn't know for definite. I don't know whether I fully buy that, because it seems weird to be so conclusive in the Facebook post and then say you're guessing in the tweet. But if that is the case, my points I made in the video still stand. I hope that we do get content about RTD or just anything throughout the year, because otherwise this year's going to feel really dead. Obviously we've had either Daleks and Legends of the Sea Devils, at certain intervals, but beyond that, there's not been a lot. But yeah, I'm just popping back to say, it might be October, might be November, one of the two. Either way, I hope we get more content. But thank you again, and goodbye. Shout out to Debs Iona, Shane Smith, Ree Keffin, Seb Lowndes, Jay Monroe, Hash Andy Coot, Patrick Mewson, Simon Ashley, Steve Zafaro, Andrew Townsend, Alex Robbins, and Michael Dykes. If you want to become a member, feel free to do so. It really helps out. You get exclusive posts, shout outs in every video, and even your own badge and custom emojis to use.